Let's also take a look at NVIDIA and see where we're at right now. So here, we'll actually start inside. This is what happened yesterday when we got news that they were going to invest money in OpenAI. And you could see we had a huge pop here midday, and we really kind of held that. Now we're drifting a little bit lower here today, but I really want to see what happens when the market opens. When we look at the daily chart, the position becomes a little bit more clear. We basically popped and traded up away from the 50 and the 20, which had been sitting on top of each other. And that brought the price right to the high area here, 183, 184, which represents all-time highs. We'll see if NVIDIA has the strength to maybe push out of this sideways range that it's been in since what, the beginning of August here. See if we take the next leg up. Still think that this 50-day and the 20-day are going to be key levels here, especially if NVIDIA cannot hold this pop, nor can it show the strength to get above this area. I would expect we come in and test some of those ranges there. One more thing that we might want to add here, just because the trend lines have really been working for us. There you go. This trend line might also act as support if NVIDIA reverses, but we are right here near all-time highs after a 4% gain yesterday. Now let's talk about the news on that. NVIDIA pledges $100 billion to supercharge OpenAI. Quote, "This is a giant project," end quote. NVIDIA and OpenAI on Monday announced a new deal to deploy at least 10 gigawatts of NVIDIA-powered systems to support OpenAI's next-generation AI infrastructure. NVIDIA pledged to invest up to $100 billion in the AI infrastructure rollout, with the first phase expected to launch in the second half of 2026. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman said the infrastructure build-out is critical to meeting the AI company's future goals. Quote, "There are three things that OpenAI has to do well. We have to do great AI research. We have to make these products that people want to use. And we have to figure out how to do this unprecedented infrastructure challenge." That was yesterday, Altman talking to CNBC. I believe they actually had this on in the afternoon. He goes on to say, quote, "You should expect a lot from us in the coming months," end quote. And I think that led to some of the optimism that we saw reflected in NVIDIA's trade up yesterday. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang elaborated on just how large the deal is by explaining that 10 gigawatts of infrastructure is equivalent to 4 million and 5 million GPUs, the same amount NVIDIA expects to ship in 2025 and about double its output from last year. Quote, "This is a giant project." He goes on to say that the newly announced deal is additive to all other projects and deals, including the Stargate project and previous commitments with OpenAI. Hargreaves Lansdowne analyst Matt Britzman weighed in. He said, quote, "For NVIDIA, the prize is huge. Every gigawatt of AI data center capacity is worth about $50 billion in revenue, meaning that this project could be worth as much as $500 billion. That quote was per Reuters. So here we go. More news here on the AI theme, more eye-poppingly huge numbers and positive reactions in the stock. We'll see if NVIDIA is able to set a new all-time high here today, and we'll see if that takes the rest of mega cap tech with it.